the city issue with death. And one day we'll fix that on stream. I think I'm gonna do one stream this weekend. So maybe we'll do it this weekend. Ryan's in the house. What's up, Ryan? So this is what we built last episode. If you haven't seen it, I'm uploading all the episodes in batches, and they're gonna be on this channel, all the live streams. So make sure you watch those and catch it. But this is a new section. It started off over here, and this was our low income neighborhood. I'll do like a little overview. So this was like our low income neighborhood over here, and we detailed this, flushed it out a little bit. Main Street with some retail areas, and then we have the like projects, lower income, multi-use housing, some single family housing, but mostly these multi-family housing. Super rundown. It has an old school projects, tall skyscraper where they used to just push people to. Just push them to. Look at that. Nuts. And so you have this housing project here. Continuing down, you have just this other main street that connected it. We need a lot of retail in this area, and it's not major retail. There's one thing that we're lacking over here is grocery stores. We have gas stations covered. We have a bowling alley and some restaurants. So I think that's the main thing is grocery stores that this neighborhood needs. But yeah, that's what we built last time. Let's talk about a little bit of planning. Can you guys hear me? Someone just asked me where the sound was. Can you guys hear me? I'm gonna go check right now. Checking. Oh yeah, I can hear myself. Yeah, I can hear myself. You're maybe talking about the game sound. We turned that off. It's like 3% in. So, okay, here's some little planning, and then we'll get into what we are building today. So planning this out, we will build grocery stores like in this area. Like right over here. Okay, everybody says they can hear me. We're going to build grocery stores right over in this area. And I think I want to, I don't know yet, but definitely grocery stores. Like this whole thing will be a big retail strip. Put a Safeway, maybe a Walmart, maybe like a Costco or a Sam's Club. My biggest problem, I'll show you guys this real quick, because I was messing around with this last night, and check this out. Like one of the biggest crazy things is when you get these rows down, watch how big this Sam's Club is. So I doubt that we're putting a Sam's Club here, because check this out. I can't even put, look how big that is. Like, come on, why is it that big? So literally we gotta go way down here. I'm about to do it on a diagonal plane just to get this Sam's Club in here. Look at that, it's just so massive. Maybe we could put it on this street, there you go. So this whole spot would be taken up by this ginormous Sam's Club. That is one of the biggest, that's one of the biggest like features I've ever seen. Buildings I've ever, like out of all of City Skylines, the Sam's Club is the biggest building, right? Joy says, holy moly, it is huge. Like, that's ridiculous. So I don't think we're putting a Sam's Club right here, but you can get the gist of what will go here. There's some sort of retail development. That's what's due there. Grocery stores, right? The amount of parking you would need is just insane. You would need, I mean, this whole area would just be just for the Sam's Club. So that is the goal for this area. And we're kind of turning the page on this specific area, but I wanted to update the Candy fam about that. And so continuing on, let me show you. Ooh, can I show you guys what we built? Can I show y'all what we built off camera? Are you guys ready? If I can show you, I need to see like one emoji in the chat. If you're gonna let me show you, you have to put some sort of chat emoji, and then I'll show you. I gotta see at least, there's 5 people in here. I need to see at least 2 emojis right now in the chat. And I think my chat's working. Maybe not. Maybe my chat's not working, but I can see it. Yes, please. Metro's in the house. Metro, I need to make you an admin on this channel. Because you might not be. Give me a second. There you go. Now you're a moderator. Okay. Metro. Jess. Boom. That's all I needed. Okay, check out what we made while I next this song. Because this song is... My ears were being funny. That was weird. Okay. So check this out. We crossed the finish line on this area here. So I redid this highway. This highway was attached. And I redid this piece. Now, I made my own like makeshift highway walls. So it looks decent. But in the insides, you can kind of see where we have to finish. But this highway now goes all the way down. There's some still curving things that we have to work on. But this goes all the way down and connects over the highway. We have these two massive warehouses. We're just going to roll down here. This is new as well, where this is all developed. So if you can see in front of us, that's a brand new building. To the right of us, that's a brand new building. To the left of us, that's a brand new building. And then you can get off here. One of the biggest things, let's go out bird's eye view. So one of the biggest things with this highway is first, it wasn't connected. So now this is an actual highway going through, right? No one leaves though, because we have like one little quick problem that we're going to fix right. Oh, I guess people just don't want to leave. So that was a problem. This highway didn't go all the way through. Now this highway goes from right here. And this is the main highway that goes north and south in our city. I look at Hawthorne Springs from this perspective right here, right? So that would be north, south, east, west. So the north and south highway goes through the city right up in here. And then it goes out around that way. So with that being said, one of the biggest issues and one of the most traffic places is when this highway that goes out here meets this highway here. So one of our issues was that we had interchange, like the interchanges here are just super weird and creative. And I did that on purpose. So this is like a whole mouse trap situation. So previously this highway went here. And then if you wanted to go to the, would that be east, the eastbound highway, you couldn't, right? This one just went into the city. So there was literally no way for you to go to eastbound. And I don't think there actually is right now. So we're going to have to fix that as well. But if you wanted to go west, you also couldn't. You could only go straight in this highway. That's how we developed it. So now we added this really weird and awkward interchange. Metro said like that highway canyon you did. It reminds me of I-5 to Seattle. Exactly, right? So what's really weird now is you go from here on or around, on and around. And then that curves over this way, loops back around, and then goes that way. In the future, we're also going to have a highway interchange on that's going to go from here onto the highway there. So therefore, you get a little entrance and exit to the east and west highway, which we do have to name. So if you guys have any name suggestions, let me know. But isn't that wild? That's pretty crazy, right? And you're looking at like another like interchange. So let's roll over. So you have this highway, the way you come from the north, south, and around to the east is you got to come down here, loop back around, then you're on the highway there. This highway comes down here, around, and then down there. This goes all the way over here, then it connects there, and then now that new interchange there. Crazy, huh? Just insane. It's wild. I know. We're a little insane here at Design Candy. So what we did was our objective in these live streams, just for now, is to fill in the gaps, right? Fill in the holes. So, and everywhere, like even here, fill in all, wherever you see green, my goal is to fill in those gaps. So this middle part was a big point of emphasis, and I have to still figure out how this is going to work. So right now we fill this in with some office buildings and office complexes. Again, non-detailed, but they look decent. So you have these little office buildings and some of these towers right off the highway. This middle section is pretty cool, and it's part of the new section that I built that you guys haven't seen. It kind of bridges over here, comes around, and then you have this nice big focal point building that looks really dope when you're driving on the highway. Kind of adds to the skyline, so that looks really, really cool. And then we filled in this area with like an office park. So you have to go underneath, and then here's a cool office part. We have to detail that. We will not do that on stream. Today is all about housing. Now, here is the main major update for all of you. I'm considering, we're gonna talk about terminology real quick, right? So we're gonna play a little game, little story. You guys are the unofficial council of Hawthorne Springs, the city. And you guys will help me determine what we're building and approve it, right? So the council members have approved a new old district, and this is the new district. So remember previously you got off the highway here, then you made just a left. This was all open. Well, now it's a little bit more developed, and I'm loving it. So this is the new development. Let me know how you feel down below. Check this out. So more retail on the main roads, but you have to think about this. Okay. Think about this area as like, yes, a new district, but also a renovated, gentrified district, right? Like this was an older district and now it's a new district. Think that way because it has some existing infrastructure, but also it's going to be like really, really nice and high end, high scale. And I'll show you from the top down view, but I wanted to go to the ground to show you like, we're not messing around for this district. Joyce says, how about the coach whip, a style of snake for interchange? I'll look that up. I'll definitely look that up. I'll Google it. So first, right off the bat, you have a Starbucks with a bunch of parking. That's kind of hilarious because Starbucks don't need that. They typically don't need that much parking. So that's cool. Got a gas station. You have a billboard here rolling down. You have kind of like an old school, again, maybe these were existing, like you have this old school strip mall that I did some sort of detailing, just light detailing on, but barbershop, cleaners, payday loans, quick shop, cigarette shop, smoke shop, like super realistic looking, right? Continuing down, you have like a pet care shop, and then Starbucks, Taco Bell, Zigsby's, Carrabba's, another restaurant here, Subway. And now you're getting into your grocery stores. You have Burger King, grocery store there, Walmart, neighborhood grocery, and then the warehouse that you would have saw in the beginning. So all of these stores look super dope. And then in this part, you kind of have that high-rise downtown theme, right? So here would be like the new part. You have some row houses here, some condos, and then an awesome light rail stop that connects on this side of the other side of the row houses. I thought this turned out pretty cool. And so row houses here, this light rail connects all the way through inside the city, and then some taller buildings right off the highway. So that's the new area. Pretty dope. All right, so what we're gonna do today, so that's the new area. What we're gonna do today, and I've already started off camera, is we are solidifying this side of the neighborhood. Now, here's my plan. So council members, we're having a meeting. Here's the plan. I want to figure out a way to, I don't know, like these, I want them to be really nice and high end. These, I want them to be more traditional. And then these start like just super suburb, nice houses, right? And so maybe these are like more rich, high-end people, and these are a little bit more new builds. And you can look at the houses, like kind of gives you like an Arizona vibe, some palm trees, has like a private road here. The streets look pretty cool. That's the vibe that we're going for in this city. So let's put some stuff down. And we're just gonna hang up. I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit. Feel free to comment. But this is the fun part of building. We're just gonna place down some buildings and roll. So I think these buildings are like They should trend in the top. Right here. There we go. And I have these cool Brazilian houses. So let's see if these kind of fit in. Yeah, those are kind of nice, huh? Look at those. They fit in perfectly. Those look great. What do you guys think about these houses? So gonna put down some of these houses. Hopefully the terrain plays nicely with us. I like it's like a little oasis vibe in the middle of the city. I don't know how popular the land value would be over here, just because you are off of a highway. So now that I'm adult, I think about all that weird stuff. I'm like, what's the land value? Why would I want to live right next to a highway? That's a lot of noise. You'll hear trucks and motorcyclists and all that stuff. Go ahead and put these down here. All right, on the return here. Joy says, do you have a spot in your city for a tiny house community for the unhoused, being that this neighborhood changed? That's a really, really good suggestion. I love that. Let's build that. I'm gonna add that to my whiteboard. For those that don't know, I have a whiteboard where I put every suggestion on. So that's a really good suggestion. Thank you for suggesting that. All right, we're gonna keep building here. Keep going. So it's gonna get a little dicey on the other side with these houses here. So maybe we just kind of detail some fences. All right, here's the last of these houses. Have a little space, maybe put like a walkway or something right there. All right, we're gonna put this down this way. And again, similar houses on the return. This area is all gonna be very similar, very cookie cutter. Classic suburb, right? They all look the exact same. Keep going here. Blocks look a little bit long, maybe some pet. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. And that's a good suggestion, kind of split up these blocks a little bit. Because that's, if you got to turn around, that's a far way to go. So maybe we put like a little pet park right here. Small alleys, I love that, I love that. These streets are a little bit too close to each other too. So maybe we'll move back that street and do like a long park this way. What do you think, Joy? Putting these bad boys down. That's funny. I mean, when you literally have the same house, just kind of separate model right next to you. I wonder how that feels. Put those down. So yeah, it gets tight again here. So here's what we can do. We can get really creative. We're gonna take this street out here. Take that street out. And add to the exclusiveness of this neighborhood, because we don't really need a border here. So let's get that same street. Let's see. So let's bring that down here. Don't need anything there. Maybe we can squeeze in more here. Have a path come in through the middle here and the big park right there. I think that's what we're going to do. Jess says, it's terrible. I've lived... I'm going to pull up Discord while we're responding. I've lived in one of those cookie cutter neighborhoods in California, and it's definitely... It has to be different. I'm looking at it now. I'm like, that has to be very different to live in that. I guess when I was growing up, I lived in some suburbs, but the houses look the same, but at least there was different variations of paint. let's see. Hopefully you two are in the Discord. Jess and Joy. Posting that I'm live. I forgot to post in there. I think that's a good plan, right? Oh, look, you have a train going down there. That looks cool. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, this will work perfectly. The only thing that I get a little nervous about is these houses right off the main road by Taco Bell. I think that is pretty hilarious. So we might have to like tall fence this up. Because there's no way these houses are being by Taco Bell. I mean, they could be, but I don't think that that's too realistic. Oh, cool. Here's a, let me see if I can get it. I'll get a Discord link, Joy. And I'll post it down in the replay of this episode. So putting these bad boys down. Oh, can't miss. Put a cute green City's coffee shop on the end. Ooh. We have that nice Starbucks. I don't know if you caught that. There's a little Starbucks right there. That's true. We can do a little buffer right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that open. We're going to leave this middle part open. And then that will go over to this park here. I like that. I think I have like a weird... This needs to be grass. Definitely needs to be grass. We're gonna get rid of some of these textures here. It adds character, but we kind of don't need that right here in this area. Leave some good old grass. I'll leave some of that, but leave some grass. So I really like tall foliage, specifically for a barrier. So we're gonna have to barrier ourselves from this highway. That's going to give us a lot of room for foliage, and then around. So let's work on the guts first, and then we'll get to some foliage. Get rid of some of these trees so it doesn't look stupid. I think that... Yeah, okay. That will work. Joy says yes, all of the trees. Trees for the win. Trees are like the best thing in this game, right? Literally the best thing for me. All right, let's see. Let's go here. Get a couple entrances off of the path here. Make sure this goes all the way down and around here. Maybe we'll get two paths in here. One here. Yeah, Mr. Mason's trees are amazing. I think he has a new pack that came out. Look at that. Cool little neighborhood, huh? Maybe, do we have a path by the highway? Why not? Highway's fenced in, so this might be a cool little feature. Is it elevated? It's a little wonky. Maybe just go behind the houses here. This is when this game's at its best because it's very like therapeutic. You have the music going. We're building. Such a cool little vibe. You should see. I have a face cam coming soon. I think I'm gonna do a face cam when we do 500 subscribers on this channel. We'll do a face cam, and then you'll be able to see me vibing. I got blue lights right now, waving. It's a whole atmosphere when I'm playing this game. Has to be. Right? Good dog walking. These nice trees. I like these trees. All right, let's put these new trees in. I think we're going to go oak and pine. Just because, I mean, these little palm trees, we'll call those fake palm trees for now. Just because the city doesn't really have palm trees, and I don't have any mods that aren't game breaking that we can change those bad boys out. But, man, I like that song. We're going to go back and play that song. That was a nice song. Are those big enough? Those aren't big enough. They'll have to do. They're not bad. They're just not huge. Like that one. That's the oak I want right there. I want that overhanging oak over that path. Exactly. That's what we're looking for. This area we'll probably do some cluster trees. Yeah, Mr. Mason's pack is amazing. I don't know. Again, it'd be hard to use palm trees in this. It would be really hard. I kind of want a tall tree. Let's look at our tall tree options. I love this. What's a game that we can just chill and talk about trees? Come on. I need the most privacy of all time in this area. This actually looks good because that's like a foresty tree. And then watch what we do on the back end here. Because we need a good buffer from that gas station too. Oh, that's pretty. So now we're just going to do a little tree cluster. And I'm actually going to steal it. We've done tree clusters before around here. One of the biggest places was the university. And not only was it a tree cluster, but it has all these extras with it. Some rocks, all that fun stuff. So we're going to grab all those trees there. Go ahead and copy them. Going to turn on our follow terrain button. Hedges too. Hedges, you'll see there's some hedges in here. So one trick I've learned is go ahead and put all that down and then check it out. Look at that. Pretty cool. Total privacy. Now, what is this doing to the wall? I think that looks good in the wall. That's fine. Got some rocks down. Totally fine. We'll do the same over here as a buffer for this train. And then we'll put some paths back here too. I think this would be a cool walking spot back here. Look at that. Look at that. That'd be cool to walk over by the river and the lake. So I'll leave that kind of open so people can kind of go and explore. Maybe we do like a library right here. Let's see if we have any libraries. Libraries. That'd be cool to put a little library right here. Yeah, I don't have any good libraries. That's like the best one I have. Yeah, right. This was the best one. I like it. Put some parking for it. Right here. What y'all think about that? I wish I had more windows, but that'd be cool just to be hanging out right there, right by the river. Yes. I think we need to fix some of this. These trees look a little bit obnoxious. Right? Right? You guys, yeah, you guys helped. The council has voted. We put a library right there. Okay, so this is looking good, A couple things. Still got to add a little bit more of a buffer between this highway. So we're going to take just half of these little tree clusters and try to fit them in here. And then put one maybe like right here. Right up to the edge. Just like that. The funny thing now is this highway looks so bare. This highway needs some love. It's just like elevated, needs some big time love. So we'll go back and get that done. But check that out. What do you think? Nice neighborhood. Let's stick some trees in between here. Maybe some of those overgrown oaks. Give us more privacy between the two houses here. Put that right in the middle. That's where they intersect and cross. Fill in some of these gaps. Boom. It's coming together, isn't it? So that's this part. Let's put in that path we talked about in this back half, and then we're good on this part of the neighborhood. I'm not going to spend any time detailing like stores and all that, unless you guys want to see it. It's kind of been my like off camera task. We also got to do something with this train, because this train is like train track neighborhood, super dangerous. So let's actually get some fences. Because I can see that going super wrong. Like very, very wrong, right? So let's get a retaining wall. Oh my gosh, this song sounds... My brain was hurting with that. It's like... Cool. That looks good. We'll do the same on this side. And we'll leave this back street. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. It protects everything. And then that goes down. That's the terrain's a little weird, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, cool. So transitioning over, let's look at our neighborhood real quick. It looks good. Looks good. Looks good. We'll allow people to kind of populate that while we build up these next two neighborhoods. So technically this next neighborhood is a continuation off of that neighborhood, but it's a little bit different. So one of the feedback that Joy had is adding some more roads. I love that. And this side of the neighborhood's not cheap. It's just a little bit different of a builder. So your amenities are not going to be as great, right? Like you're not going to have that cool park. You're not going to have a nice library and, you know, nice palm tree houses, but it's technically the same neighborhood. So, and our school for these neighborhoods would be, where's our school? Our school's over here. So that's not too far. They can get bused to that. That's not bad. So one thing that I already did is I found some houses with fences and I tagged them house with fence. I think that's the name of it. So let's see if we did right. Does it have a fence? Yep, it has a fence. So these should all be pre-made with fences and make it look very uniform and easy. Right, Joy says a different developer, right? Different housing developer, but the same neighborhood. And these look cookie cutter suburban too. Don't get me wrong. Like these are suburban cookie cutter houses as well. but different builder. Man, that house is a nice house. Like, these are big houses, man. Big old nice houses. All right, we'll stick to these ones up top just because they have these fences and the hedges. Looks good there. Kind of rinse and repeat for this neighborhood. We need neighborhood suggestions down below in the comment section. Joy, will you do the honors of naming this neighborhood? Joy says, how about one square house between everything? The reason I love that, the only thing with leaving that is, in theory, you would have prime real estate right here in this neighborhood. So, I mean, think about where you're at, right? Your city center's here, old school district here. Like this little subdivision, even more so than the mill district, this subdivision right here is prime real estate. So I would anticipate them packing people in like sardines, literally. It is pretty cozy, I might add. It's funny because you're downtown, but like, you know you're downtown if you live here. But also you have some neighborhood vibes. I like it. I like it a lot. Something about these house models. That just make me feel cool. Do I want to live over here? Maybe if I'm like retired. Maybe. There's other places downtown that I'm dying to live in. You got this big old city, right? So right here, you know, this is more of like, hey, I have a family, got a dog, AKA the exact same life stage that I am actually in right now. So yeah, current me, heck yeah. You know what we're missing big time over in this area is this city services, police stations, fire stations. So we got to build all of that in. Oh yeah, these out, they get it good over here. Get an old picture of the mountain ranges. You live that way, you live this way, you get the city. Come on. Probably got about 20 more minutes left in the stream. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Jess, for being the consistent viewer as we struggle through on this new channel. I know it's a struggle, but I'm excited nonetheless. New adventures, new channel. We'll build it up. Okay, let's actually put some old. Okay, Esculosa. Does that mean something? I like it. Why not? I like that. I don't know what it means. It's a type of sardine. Why not? That's cool. I actually like that. That's actually pretty cool. Let's name it right now. Etch it into history. And the cool thing, this is going to be this whole district. So light rail is going to be called that. This whole other side of the highway district. I got to learn how to say it. Esculosa. Am I close? Maybe I'm close. All right, let's go. Escualosa. Boom. Let's see the policies in this neighborhood. Education boost right now. I think that's the only one we're going to do. Book fair. There you go. We have a library. Come on. We got to do a book fair. Dope. There you go. Pretty cool name. Even this tram stop. Let's name this tram stop real quick. Esculosa Station. Kai's in the house. What's up, Kai? Welcome to the stream. We're just naming areas. Joy had the honor and privilege, or it was my honor and privilege for Joy to name this area. Thank you so much, Joy. So that's the new neighborhood right there. Looks dope. I think. Okay, let's have discussion time while we go first person in our the brand new neighborhood of Esculosa. Let's check it out. So it's on the, look at that. Look at the views. It's on the side skirts of town, outer city. There's a tree in the road. We'll fix that. We'll fix that. Another tree in the road. We'll fix that. But yeah, nice neighborhood. Look at these. Cool neighborhood. You can't even see the city in the background. I like it. Joy says, I'll have to name something after you. Sure, thanks. Then you have your train down here. Look at that. I love this. Super rural neighborhood. We gotta get rid of some of these trees though. I'm gonna do this right now before I forget, because we're gonna have trees in the road a year from now. We're gonna be like, why don't we just get rid of these trees now? Let's get rid of these stupid trees in the road. So I think, all right, let's have a discussion. I think we're going to just leave. Right? Looks like everybody's packed down with sardines. I think we're just going to leave the area with no trees over here. And the reason why, because it's so tree heavy that way, because you needed it. Here, I don't really think you need it. It's the LA River style. You have water just going through. It's like a cool river. And it ends right here. And so we can kind of just leave this open. So you have the mountain range, or they're not mountains, they're hills. But you have the hill range, and yeah, I feel like we just leave this how it is. Leave it chilling. So we got about 15 more minutes. Let's start on this. Jess says, yeah, I think it's fine without the extra trees. Yeah, I agree, Jess. So, okay. Here's the deal. We have a decision to make as the council. And that's, do we have houses on this outer road? Now, walk with me here. Drive with me here. This outer road is the feeder road to this whole new neighborhood that will go it's called, what's it called? It's already called something. And we're going to name that too, not today, but the Lilac District for now. So Lilac has all of these new sprawling suburbs. Do we add houses on the inside of these suburbs? Or excuse me, on this main road? Or do we just keep it and then we have fences in? I'm leaning towards just fencing in and keeping this street normal, because that's how a normal suburb would look. So rolling down. Ooh, this song's nice. I like this song. It's, if you have headphones or something with bass in it, that sounds nice. So here's another main road connection. That road goes all the way into the city. But we would keep this road normal, right? All that would be housing. Kai says, put paths and parks with See, that's what I'm thinking, Kai. Exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we leave this, because here's the deal. I mean, it'd be cool to have houses here, but you don't need them. So I think that's a walking path. Fenced in, Joy says only if they are apartments like 2 to 4 stories, otherwise open. I like that too. But even apartments, like we have the parking, we have the big old neighborhood here full of just condos and all that stuff. That's where all the fancy people live. Over here, more small town living. Okay, so last decision that we have to make. Dankosaurus says yes to fences. Joy says yes, like a green. Exactly. So lastly, next decision that we have to make is the housing. Let's make the housing. I think I want more nice house. I don't know how to say it. Higher end housing. Let's see what kind of houses we have that are kind of on the higher end scale. Not these. We already used these, right? I kind of like that house though. That's a nice house. Because it has to be something that the back is just clean looking. Like that. Like that. We have other choices though. Check these out. Check these out. Something like that. Something like that. Same builder. Same builder. These already have fences, but they're pretty nice. And then we can kind of mix in that house. Kai says, put the houses on the other side. Houses on the other road so they look into the green. I think that's exactly what you mean, right? Or you want them to look that way. So that was the thing, right? Are we going to... Because in this case, you put fences there, right? And you have no houses on this area. And so you have these houses that are fenced in. I like it too, mixed in. That's what we'll do. Leave some space. I like this house, but look at this model. This model is not built well for terrain. So maybe on the non-slopey areas, we put those. Yeah, you do. Because what happens is... Skip that. What happens is people will buy it, and then they'll renovate it. Kai says, make them looking. So if we make them look into the green, then that means that they have to be on this street, right? And that was kind of the discussion that I think we landed on, not having them on that street. But I'm still not convinced, like, because we could do a neighborhood that has all houses like that, but those look bad. We need like some oomph. I'm not going any less than 2 stories either, or any more than 2 stories. These look good. These houses here. And maybe we do some sort of mixed build, right? Like some have these houses. Because this looks more like a traditional suburb. We're going to keep looking because we're going to all decide together. I want this to be a collaborative effort for the council of Hawthorne Springs. Nah, no, that's too old. Too old. Thank you guys again for watching. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you're liking the stream so we can get this channel out to more people. Also, make sure to subscribe to it. Well, if you're watching, you're subscribed to this channel. And get the word out. Get the word out that we're over here. Kai says, no, not that street. The third road back. Gotcha. This one. Oh, yeah. I think I understand what you're saying. Joy says, love the suburban streets. I use them too. So cool. All right, let's see some of these houses. These are ranch houses, I guess. I think the area is a little bit more higher end than the ranch house. None of these houses are too old. Parking green space in the middle. I got you. I got it. The only we could do that. I understand exactly what y'all are saying. That's actually not a bad suggestion. Look at these. These houses are nice, but they don't come with driveways, trees, none of that. So very hard to use unless you guys want to sit there and watch me detail. Too small of a house. That's a nice house. And look at that. Look at that outdoor view. These are called boomer houses, by the way. That's hilarious. Okay, boomer houses are up there. I like these. I actually like that. Y'all, that's a great suggestion. Having like a little greenbelt area. So these are called neo or big suburb houses. These are your classic suburban houses. I don't need to go through those. Y'all know what those look like. We have those everywhere in the city. Whoever comes out with these house assets need to put a Compton house out here. Love that. People would freak out. Okay, these houses right here. Those are nice. Overgrown grass though looks stupid. Like why would they do that? Why are you doing this to me? So dumb. This house gives Cali vibes with the downtown city view. Yeah. Ooh, that's like that. This one and this one. So these are like fancy people houses. Those are nice. We have some mansions. We could do some mansions over here. Maybe we do that, like somewhere in here. Maybe like off of the, like I can imagine this house here with a bunch of foliage and grass and all that stuff. That would be cool. All right, we're getting about halfway through. Joy says the boomer house is mixed in with the others. Okay. I mean, honestly, there's probably not too much left. We will do our due diligence and figure it out really quick. What are these? Yeah, these are like the classic old school houses. These houses are cool because you put them all in a row and they're like classic suburbs. So we might use this for like one of these areas. Maybe in here. We'll put this house here. And then we'll use that. Ooh, golf course. Yes. Maybe on this side. Yes. Writing that down on the whiteboard. Done. That's such a good suggestion, Jess. Loyal Candy Fam viewer. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Okay. Some more of these American suburb houses. Definitely mix some of those in. And that's it. Okay, cool. Kai says, can you make a neighborhood called Tokyo Canals with houses on canals? That'd be cool. This kind of would work right here. Little canals. That would actually kind of work. Okay, I think we landed on something. So this first neighborhood will have a big green belt back here and then as well as up here. So these houses have to be a lot nicer. Jess says a neighborhood with amenities like a community center and everything. Yeah, absolutely. Do a community center, rec center, schools. This neighborhood will need schools, all that stuff. And I think we'll probably do a school and a school build maybe somewhere over here. We'll move all the city services. This was built like episode 1. So old school episode 1, this over here was built. But look at that, the city's coming together. We have a plan for this side. I like that because that will take us through all of this, which will be super fun. And then maybe we build like an industrial district like way down here, right? Like, ooh, that already looks good. Doesn't that look realistic? Oh my gosh, look at that. You're driving on the highway, you see the city in the background like that. And this is a perfect place to end it. Let's go over here real quick. Yeah, Kai says that houses should range from middle class to rich. I like this greenbelt concept. That looks really cool. So boomer, not these. We're eliminating these and these. We're going with the boomer houses, which are these houses here, like these smaller, low maintenance houses, and then kind of these, where are they? These houses, these row houses right here. So something like this, because look how big that house is. That's a big house. So, all right, we're gonna go back to that view. I want to see that view. Then we'll look at some more views, and then we're rolling out. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. Oh my gosh, look at the city. That looks crazy. Oh, Joey, yes, I'll get the Discord link while we're observing really fast. There's one thing you guys don't get to see a lot is the city views outside of me playing. And this game is so gorgeous that sometimes you have to see it. Let's go evening 2. Evening 2 is the best one. This is called a cube map. And what it does is it changes my sky and allows me to do cool things like this. Cool things like that. That's what the city would look like if you were driving into town. Let's actually go, because I'm at like a super zoomed in perspective. Let's roll on the highway. It's like dawn. And let's roll into the city. Let's see how it looks. Again, it's not going to be perfect, so forgive me already for most of this, but I wonder if he'll keep my... Let's see if he keeps my field of view. It kind of did. Kind of did. Let's make it a little darker. I think that works. Let's try to hide this off to the side. Yeah, it doesn't work. It won't let me. I have some camera mods that one day we'll use, but let's roll in the city nonetheless. I want to look at the views of everything that's new. We should hopefully be able to see the city off to the left side. Let's see if we can go. Boom. So you can see the city off in the distance right there. Sun is setting over Hawthorne Springs. Gotta turn this up a little bit. This is cool. It's like some people live and work in a different area of the city or the state, whatever state Hawthorne Springs is in, and driving home in rush hour, got to get to the city to go home, or vice versa. They're getting out of the city, driving home. Hopefully you enjoyed today's stream. We did one this week. We went crazy last week just to reintroduce me to everybody, but we'll probably do like 1 to 2 a week, one on the weekend. So make sure you're following the channel. So we do one on the weekend, preferably Saturday night, I am assuming, or Saturday during the day. So make sure your notifications are on. Make sure you like the stream too. And thank you for Joy, Jess, Kai, specifically Joy and Jess. Y'all have stayed tried and true. I really appreciate the support and just hanging out. Super fun to hang out with y'all. All right, here we go. Here goes some of the skyline. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at the city. This is crazy. This is like really crazy view. Like looking off to the left, just plains. Look at that. I can't believe we built this. Y'all helped. We built this. You can see off to the distance to the left is that new neighborhood that we built. Off to the right will be the neighborhoods we built in the last few. Now the highway gets a little bigger. Now you can tell you're kind of getting in. You're getting into, oh, there goes Metro. Metro's here. You're getting into inner city. Start to see some tall buildings there. Here goes the city. Here goes, so let's pause it real quick. That's the neighborhood that we're building in. You're going to be able to see it right off the highway right here. So that's that new neighborhood on the outskirts of town, if you think about it. Coming into the city. Man, this looks gorgeous. Here goes the new highway stuff that we implemented. I'm gonna actually get a proper, for next episode, I'll get a proper first person camera. Look at that, going to the city. Traffic. This is cool. There's actually traffic in Hawthorne Springs. I don't know where this person is going. It says they're going to their house. They're driving home. Here's the highway that we are eventually going to fix and detail. Add road signs. All that fun stuff. Everybody's getting off all weird. And then you're into the city. Look at that. Best Buy truck. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Hannah Johnson says, is there a lady candy? Yes, there is. The lady candy. Okay, we're going to do like a cool, I forgot to tell y'all, maybe next episode, if Lady Candy is up for it, we're going to do a whole episode where we destroy everything. Are you guys into that kind of thing? I know you are. We're going to do it. We're going to destroy all of Hawthorne Springs. I'll create a separate save game, and we're just going to literally destroy it. It's going to be legit. And Lady Candy, aka my wife, will be here hanging out with us, talking to y'all, answering comments. We'll probably do that on both channels too, just to get a little bit more people, but look out for that. All right, we're gonna roll out. I'm gonna put the nighttime sky, and we'll turn up some music and get on out of here. Okay, let's see if we're loading this guy in. Kai says you got to do a double city skyline. What does that mean? I'm not sure what a double city skylines, right? Kai says, yeah, do disasters. Yep. I know that probably will be one of my biggest episodes. Number one, because she's on. And number two, because we're destroying the city. It's so funny because she proposed the idea of it. And I'm like, my city skylines bones just went, okay. But I know y'all will love it. So here's the city at night. Nighttime views. We'll go by that highway again. Where's that highway? Look at that train. That train rolling out of here. That looks cool at night, doesn't it? Look at that. I know the nighttime views look crazy. Let's see. Yep, look at this highway. So that's what the city looks like at night. Boom. There you go. I gotta do one more thing. Look, someone says can't wait for the destruction. Shocker. We all knew it would be a popular request, literally, because some of you guys like watching that stuff. Most of you like watching that. It's just the weird people like me that like just let's just build. 2 cities, 1 map, but in between the cities are homes and low buildings. Oh, that's actually really good. You'd have to build them on the edge though. Kai, you might be onto something there. There goes city skylines at night. Gotta love it. We're rolling out. Thank you so much for watching. Let me get a good view of the city for you all. Boom, right there. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure you follow the channel. Big shout out again to Joy and Jess. Consistent viewer all the way through. A lot of you have been as well, but thank you so much for watching. Metro, it's been real. Kai's been real. Shout out to the mods. They're awesome. Hashtag Candy Fam for life. Peace out. Joy, I saw that. I'm posting a Discord.